The prevailing concern is that instead of facilitating a smooth and easy process, voting will be made so difficult that voters will be deterred. Today we take a look at one location, Eccles, on the east bank of Demerara. At the Eccles Health Center, which is being used as a polling place, 1,955 persons are scheduled to vote. When this newscast examined the building itself, the interior appeared somewhat cramped to accommodate polling day staff and a crowd of voters. There is only one entrance and exit into the yard. This newscast was informed that a tent will be erected in the yard, but even this appeared to be a challenge. Former parliamentarian and Eccles resident Neil Kumar spoke of the logistical challenges should Gecom go ahead with this plan.
This polling place has 6 polling stations. The 6 polling stations are here. At the 6 polling stations at this center, we have 1,955 people who are registered to vote at these 6 polling stations. Our concern is that when we went into the building and spoke to the doctor, there's not a single room in the building that could accommodate a polling station. Why? A polling station will have to have a desk for the presiding officer, deputy presiding officer, the polling clerk, the ballot clerk, plus they must have a desk for at least nine polling agents. So none of the rooms in there could accommodate that. Now, even if we have them out here and put down, there's no place here that you could put down 6 polling stations. No, you cannot put 6 tents because it's not possible. That even one tent cannot really go down there because the soil is very bad, and when you go down that way, it's worse. So I don't know.
This newscast was pointed to a spot in the compound which is expected to be the location for the tent. Kumar contended that the yard is an unsuitable location. Neighborhood Democratic Chairman Hafiz Haq noted that in the past, several private residences were used in Eccles without incident. Former Education Minister Sheikh Bash called the arrangement a recipe for confusion. He pointed out that the area, a People's Progressive Party stronghold, usually has a high voter turnout.
So it's quite puzzling. What is the agenda behind this? Then to change it. And the important point is that we went out there and we told the electors, January, February, look, your polling station remains the same. And then to suddenly change it to a wholly inadequate place because inside the building cannot accommodate a polling station. And the grounds here, as Mr. Kumar has said, is totally inadequate. And if the rain falls, oh, heaven help us. And then it's a recipe for confusion.
Nor is that all. This newscast also visited a site opposite the Windsor Estates that had been earmarked for a polling place. When we arrived, however, we were greeted by a large plot of unprepared land, which residents informed is used for grazing cows.
This is really a recipe for confusion, a recipe for the worst thing for happening. There's no way you could put a tent over there. Look at that place. You don't have, this is a big trench. You can't cross here. People won't walk through there to cross. If you want to cross, you got to walk the distance from the way or the heavy distance from the way. And look at that, it's cow grazing there every day. I don't know how you're going to put a tent. And here they have tent opposite Windsor Estate. This is opposite Windsor. Because there's no other you could think about. And you have 162 voters listed to vote here. 160. This is Gecom schedule. So I don't know what's going on.
If it's opposite, if you're going to place the tent here, now you got to go till to that end here, right? And then come back all the way back here. So, I mean, it's to frustrate people as I see it. It's to frustrate people. I say, okay, I ain't able with this, man, and you're gone home, right? That's the logic in it. That's how I see it.
When contacted, Gecom Public Relations Officer Yolanda Ward referred this newscast to the Representation of the People's Act. On the use of tents, she noted that tents will be used if no other appropriate building is available in the division. Asked specifically about the rationale of 1,955 persons voting at the Eccles Health Center, Ward noted that she would have to check on that. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.